This is your idea.
Hey, it's from Adventure Rhoades.
We're in Homer, Alaska. We are staying dry, high and dry, because we're way up on a hill overlooking the spit, what they call the peninsula, looking out onto the mountain. So we're in a really cool Airbnb, and we just thought we'd do just a kind of a quick check-in. I'm working on a couple videos. They're shorter ones. We're just kind of putting some places that we've been on our journey since we left August 7th. It's felt like the never-ending vacation, which we're really excited about.
Yeah.
So we've been running hard, kind of daylight to dark, but some of the days we've been taking a little bit easier, I guess.
Today, I think we took it a little easier, but this is impromptu live. We don't really have a plan. The plan really was just to say hey and see how everybody's doing.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, how are you?
So yeah, we've been in Homer the last day and a half, staying tonight. We were scheduled. We were going to go do a fly-in to Clark, I believe it was, to see grizzly bears.
They were going to drop it in, within 20, 30 yards of grizzly bears.
Yeah, pretty
and let
close.
us say hey, and the weather didn't
With a
turn
guide.
out.
But yeah, it was rainy, safe than sorry, so that was that. We saw one grizzly bear. It was up in...
I saw Surgeon.
Where was that?
Denali.
It was a
Yeah.
long ways away.
So,
But-
we've seen moose, we've seen grizzly, we've seen
Hey,
caribou.
Rand. Hey, Saw Surgeon.
We've seen a lot of animals. Birds, ptarmigan, what else? Magpies, seals, sea lions, sea otters.
Quite a
we
few
saw
caribou.
whales. We saw beluga whales. We saw whales that were blowing air up, out of the top of them. We've seen a lot of things. So if you didn't know, we started traveling August 7th. What's today? 26th?
I don't know, 26.
Yeah, it's August 26th. We're not really sure what day it is anymore. We are traveling. We return home on August 30th.
Yes.
So this is our longest trip ever.
Yeah.
And hi, Lori. And during the trip, I mainly was the one that went under the weather. So I had a little bit of a cold, I guess you'd call it. But I'm on the rebound and feeling better. So, but it's been good. It's been a good trip so far.
Yeah, so what we did was we met up with our kids out San Francisco August 7th. We took 1 week. We drove up the coast with them, our oldest daughter that got married to our son-in-law, Michael. And we went through the Redwoods. We hit Alcatraz, went up to Crater Lake National Park.
The Glass Beach.
We went to the Glass Beach, which I got a couple videos coming out. Glass Beach will be coming out pretty soon, just short. And then we also hit the Columbia River Gorge area a little bit, a couple of waterfalls, and then we went to Astoria, where Lewis and Clark kind of ended their trail.
And the Goonies was filmed.
Yeah, beautiful area, Cannon Beach. And then we went up to Olympic National Park, checked out all the green moss and the rainforest and all that. And then we took a ferry ride across
To Seattle.
We went to a
Mariners game.
baseball game. 7 weeks, hit 11 states.
That's amazing. I feel like this is a long time for us, don't you? I mean, this just seems like a really long time. We haven't seen our house. I'm glad we don't have a dog right now.
We've got a few people checking our house and stuff like that, and I had an aunt that stayed there. My mom and dad, I think, have stayed there yet. So
yeah, just checking in on us and making sure everything's good. We put our mail on hold. It was this is just a kind of a new experience.
My dad probably ate all my snacks. So
well, we didn't leave the house with much.
Yeah.
We tried to empty it before we left, and I always, before I go on vacation, everything's clean. All fresh linens, fresh towels, everything's clean. So
Rand, you better get a couple videos out from being out on the road for 7 weeks, but it is hard to video when you're traveling sometimes.
It really
I don't know.
is.
So
it really is. So the kids left us on August 13th, really early in the morning. We got up at 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m., and we took them to the airport, came back. We left the hotel at 6:45, and we got on a bus to Vancouver. And then from Vancouver, we went through customs, which was a long time. And then we got on the cruise. We were on the cruise for 7 days. So what we did on the cruise was we went up the Inside Passage. We stopped in Ketchikan.
David Malloy from Missouri.
Yep, we stopped in Skagway. We stopped in Juneau. We did the Glacier Fjords, the College Fjords, and then ultimately we ended up in Whittier and Anchorage.
Yep.
And then we rented a car I mean, that's probably one of the
I
wildest
think
things.
I think we were the most probably the odd people on the boat as far as excursions wise, because on these ships, this was our first cruise, and
We didn't know.
so it was fun because we got to see a lot of stuff from the boat that we wouldn't have seen any other way. But when we got to land, when we went to Skagway, a lot of people took a train ride for like an 8-hour ride, which went up to the Yukon car cross. I got looking at the maps, and they offered another train ride, which is 2.5 or about 3 hours, and it went through areas of the 1898 gold rush where you could literally see the trails. There was a couple trails left where you could see that they had walked those trails up to the mountain. So when you see that, it's like, yeah, those guys were some hardy guys. But anyways, we did the 2.5, the just under 3 hour train ride.
Hi, Twin Brook.
We come back, we rented a car, and we drove, and we passed the people in the train, seeing a lot of the same country that we did, because they kind of run parallel the road and the rail. And then the plus was some people took buses up to Carcross, Yukon, which was about a 2-hour drive from Skagway, Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
But that drive going through British Columbia and into the Yukon, beautiful, I mean, emerald
And
colored
there's
lakes.
a whole lot of no services.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's just wilderness. I mean, beautiful wilderness, but there's barely any people. It's just a whole lot of trees, a whole lot of crazy. So, but we loved it. We got off the beaten path most of the time. We did some of the excursion type things, but for the most part, Josh doesn't sit still well.
We kind of created our own itineraries.
I'm not sure why we did a cruise at all. We just kind of did our own thing the whole time.
We just wanted to see stuff from the boat that we would see.
Yes. So I wasn't sure if Josh would make it through the cruise because, I mean, if you've seen the videos, he barely sits still, right?
Yeah.
I mean, barely sits still. So basically, we did what we could do. We saw a lot of things. I mean, it was very a lot of tourism, a lot of jewelry. We were surprised by
Yeah, we're not
the
into
jewelry that they were selling.
We just basically buy some magnets showing where we were at, just
Yeah.
and take pictures.
We told the kids we were leaving them a magnet inheritance because we have so many.
We got Rand and Outdoors with Larry and Robin. They're two truck camper folks too. So we have seen. It's been fun.
So many.
Especially up here in Alaska. I think the number one camper we have seen is the Adventurer brand, and I don't know if they're renting some of those. That might be part of it. And then we've seen a lot of mix of everything: Lances, Northern Lights.
Hi, Josiah.
It's just fun seeing the truck campers.
We were just thinking about you, Josiah. We were talking to Josh's dad, and I don't know if he's
Yeah, we'll
talked
give
to
you a story when we get back.
we want to get it now.
Yeah, you can get some.
Well, but we so if you've been following us on Facebook, you
We'll turn
know
a couple lights.
we've kind of been going through. Josh is going to turn some lights on, but we've been going through a lot of areas where there's a lot of homelessness. We've never seen anything. Well, I mean, we've seen a lot of things, but and we've seen a lot of homeless. We've been to a lot of cities, but I have to say that, and Josh sees it every day, but Portland, Oregon, I've never seen quite the homelessness that I saw. I mean, the tents that lined the streets and people literally doing drugs right on the corners because drugs are legal. So just a lot of things to be praying about if you pray for people. And so we met some homeless people along the way and did some things. And Josh met a guy yesterday, and Josiah, pastor, had mentioned to us actually after we told him a story that you really felt like we should pray for people that have opioid issues. Well, we didn't know that, but we were at a Wendy's yesterday morning. I had to stop and do some work. That's pretty normal. There's the light right there, honey. And so Josh just started talking to a guy who was laying on the sitting on the sidewalk or whatever, and just went to him, and yeah, he had been doing opioids. He was homeless. So Josh had a good conversation, got him some breakfast and things like that. But there's a lot of hurting people out there, and everywhere we go, we're pretty sensitive to that. So it's just we've just seen it everywhere on this trip, and I don't know how many conversations we've had with people on the cruise or throughout that we met the same thing. There is a homeless...
The entire coast, but it's all over the country.
It's all over the country.
It's even up in the area where we're at.
Yeah, it's really an epidemic, so it's just been really eye-opening, I think. I mean, you think go on vacation and have fun. We did. We've had a blast. But just more things to really consider, and ministries who are out there on the streets helping. That's kind of where you
We're
know.
always grateful. We're grateful our kids are clean and living clean. So
Yeah.
we're grateful for that.
But it's been the trip has been amazing, and like if you're just joining, we're in Homer, Alaska right now. We have tonight in Homer, 2 more nights in Seward. We're going on a whale watching, right?
On Monday.
Monday.
It's supposed to be raining. We're gonna go either way.
We're going anyways.
We'll see what happens.
We're going 7.5 hours in a boat that has a maximum of 6 people.
I'm gonna try to film. Today was supposed to be the day with grizzlies. I wasn't worried about it.
I was a little apprehensive of the
Faster
flight.
than Autumn. That was my.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
We were supposed to go on a Cessna 206 today, but the weather was not favorable.
Yeah,
so
they
we
said-
didn't get to go.
Yeah, they sounded iffy yesterday, and they called us and
Yeah.
they gave us a good notice this morning.
But Monday we're definitely going. We're going to see whales. They say there's puffins, the birds out there, seals, sea otters. So hopefully we'll see some more things. And then Tuesday afternoon we fly home for a red eye. So we'll have 3 flights, and we'll be home on Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning. So then we have the hopefully not difficult task of readjusting to Michigan time, which is 4 hours ahead of us right now.
So on our journeys, yeah, we did do Denali. Went up through Franks. We drove down Highway 4 through Alaska, which was incredible. The mountain scenery going that stretch was really pretty, and it was like 72 degrees sunny that stretch. We drove down to Valdez. I wanted to check an area where the river come out into the ocean. The salmon were running, and we saw 4 black bear there.
It was awesome.
That was yesterday or a couple days ago.
I don't remember.
So, anyways, that was cool watching the black bears fish. And then we stayed in Glacier View, Alaska, which is about, I think 10 people live there. I don't know. But we stayed in these little cabins that these people had overlooking a glacier at Glacier View. I can't remember the name of the glacier, but I'll try to have a little video or pictures of that if we get a chance. I'll try to piece together probably 5-minute type, 10-minute type videos from different places.
So regarding the truck camping, so Larry and Robin, we didn't actually drive our truck camper up. We did a little bit of a different trip. We have decided that when we come back to Alaska, we are going to drive it.
They might have been asking me.
But also, there's so much boondocking up here.
Yes.
Not just campgrounds. I mean, you just see people pulled over on sides of the roads, rest areas, all these things, and it's definitely so. From that perspective, if you have a camper, not just truck campers, those Class A motorhomes, Class C motorhomes, trailers.
It's pretty tied between the motorhomes and truck campers. We've seen a lot of travel trailers and fifth wheels as well, a lot of campers in general, but I'd say motorhomes, truck campers are probably 1, 2. It's pretty cool. You see a lot of them.
What I will say about the Alaska roads, if you're making a trip up here, is they are interesting. There is a lot of washouts, and there's a lot of road repairs because of some of it's just so wet. So you just really want to be careful. The roads are very very bouncy sometimes.
Some of them are fantastic.
Yeah, some are great. So you just want to make sure you have really good tires. I don't think, the farthest we've really been from like somewhere where you can get a supply is probably an hour, maybe. There's
Yeah.
always some little shop or store. So the other thing that was really surprising to us since we've been here is the prices. I drink McDonald's unsweetened iced tea. I'm sure some of you know that. It's my favorite iced tea. I just like iced tea. In Michigan right now, it's $1.99 for an unsweetened iced tea plus tax. In Alaska, it's $1.50 and no tax. So it's actually cheaper on some of the fast
We
food.
have gotten a few grocery items.
And the groceries are actually cheaper. The gas is higher. So in Michigan right now, it's $3.70 a gallon, I think, or $3.50 a gallon. Right now, and here, the lowest we've seen, it's like $4.40.
440 to 5 range, most of it.
Really depends where you are. So I'm going to say, the gas is more.
Rand knows the California prices. We were there we actually did fill up one
We
of them.
paid $5.58 in California.
Yeah.
But so, comparable wise, I haven't really seen, even the restaurants, in Michigan right now, it's $16, $17 for a burger and fries. It's the same price here if you're going to the restaurant. I didn't see a whole lot of change in the pricing. Now the fish here,
It's market price.
yeah, it's the market. Yeah. Josh has had a lot of fish. What kind of fish have you had?
I've ate my share of halibut and Alaska king crab. And then I did eat, Autumn ordered elk burger last night. So yeah.
I like elk burger. But I
Oh yeah,
did-
we find that around the country. There's no deal on the regional food. For example, if you're in Montana, you're in beef country, you're gonna pay the same price or higher than anywhere else. Same thing with Maine. Going to Maine, get lobster. It's the same, getting it right off the boat. You'd think it'd be cheaper, but that's just not the way it is. They got you.
Thanks, David and Brandy, for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah,
you guys
we
have a great
appreciate
day.
that. But yeah, I mean, we've really enjoyed the trip. We had a budget. We stuck to the budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did good. We actually came ahead of the budget. We found ways to have savings.
Well, your yodel wood stuff. I picked up a variable. Yeah, you can try to ask. I'll do my best. If Josiah's on here, he might be able to know too. He's a pretty good stove guy.
He installed our yodel.
Yeah.
So and did all the work for the chimney. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, we've stayed at some really great places. Some really old, like a 1915 cabin.
Slanted floors. The walls look like they could blow down if the big bad wolf came along.
It needed some help. But and the bed was a full-size bed and like a taco.
Yeah.
We didn't know if we were gonna make it out. But yeah, so I mean, we stayed at some really great Airbnbs.
Yeah, see if I can show them a little bit of the view. It might show a little bit of it.
Sorry about that.
So this B&B right now that we are in, it's in a, it's above a garage. I will try to do a video on it. We actually did a little walkthrough video yesterday, but it's actually, like an apartment above a garage, and it's got a great view overlooking what they call the spit of Homer, Alaska, the peninsula that goes out to the ocean there.
Yeah, I mean, and we did the walkthrough. We really liked this Airbnb and the one from yesterday.
For 2 people.
Yeah, for 2 people. Most of you know we're very community oriented, and we love having people over. We've had a lot of conversations now that we've hit our 50th state. This was it.
We're gonna slow some stuff down.
We're gonna slow it down a little bit, and well, I mean, we're gonna stay busy, but we're gonna slow down the traveling just a little bit.
Not a lot, but a little.
And yeah, just a little. And then we're looking to build a barn. That's the goal. We really want a barn, and we'd like to put a campsite out on the property, and then also have a little space where we can have guests and have people come and meet people. I mean, if you haven't met Josh in person before, you'd have to know that he's just
living the dream. Josiah, I don't know if you can read Living the Dream's comment there about parts for the yodel wood stove. I don't know. My only guess would be
awesome.
Google.
Rand, 48.
48. Which 2 do you need? You're out on the West Coast. I'm guessing you've maybe got Hawaii. I'm wondering if you just need something way up in the Northeast. Be curious.
Anyways, what I was saying, Josh is a people person, and this whole trip he has talked to so many people. So this is definitely
I'm not sure living.
This is definitely the kind of thing that we do. We like to travel and we like to have people over. And so we're looking to get back to doing our harvest festivals and having more community things out at the property, build a barn. So I think you're going to see some things like that coming. We saved a long time and we worked really hard to do this trip. So when people see the post and they think, wow, this is living the dream. This is amazing. This is, a dream of a lifetime. It is a trip of a lifetime, and we worked hard and planned for a lot of years to get here. So we're just glad we were finally able to do it.
Rand, I know with truck camping, we love to pack our food and eat our own food in the truck camper, but we had a surprise stop yesterday where 1 and 4 connect in Alaska. There's an intersection there. There's not much there, but there's a little gas station there. But on the side, there's a Mexican restaurant. Anyways, Autumn ordered tamales, and I ordered Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, wait, hold on. So just so you know,
I'm just a meat, potatoes, plain, very plain.
He is very plain. I am Mexican. I'm quarter Mexican. So I love Mexican food. My nana used to make tamales all the time. And if there's a Mexican place, if there's an option, I'll probably end up there at least once. And so I was like, yes. And then
the place was packed.
They had Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. And if you follow us on Facebook, you saw my post. Josh orders his without onions and without peppers.
Just meat and cheese toasted.
And he's commenting the whole time. And my tamales were so good. Oh my God. goodness, rice and beans. It was amazing. But you can tell I really enjoy food. Probably too much. But side note, we haven't really gained much weight on this trip. So
We've done a lot of walking.
I'm very glad about that. Miles and miles of walking. But Josh orders it without onions and without peppers. The whole time he is commenting how fabulous this food is. This food is so good. He's the one saying it, and I'm just enjoying every bite of my food.
And the young kid, Mexican kid, he goes and tells his nana.
Well, no, he goes and he tells the young kid at the register. He says this food is just great. You know, compliments the chef type of thing. And so the kid goes and tells his nana, his grandma. And the lady comes out shaking her head.
She's smiling though, but yeah.
It was really great.
But she's giving me the riot.
And she's just like, well, you know, it would have been better if it had onions and peppers.
In Spanish.
And then she moves on and back into the kitchen she goes, oh my goodness, it was the best thing ever.
But I've had Philly cheese in Philadelphia, and this was right up there with them. Okay.
He posted his trip on Facebook.
Okay.
We'll have to check it out.
Is it just Ram and Pam Adventures on Facebook? We'll have to look for that.
Yeah, we'll look it up. So tomorrow, what's our plans? You're going to give them a view here in a second.
Yeah, I'll give you a view. We're going to go to Seward, and we're going to check into an Airbnb there, and then we're going to catch a whale watching tour on Monday. So
you know, we're talking about, yeah, we want specs. So do we. Actually, we were talking about La Senorita, but we'll have to wait.
This Mexican place in Alaska was quite the surprise. We weren't expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've had some really great food and some food that
yeah.
But really, I mean, we've had really great food. The Alaska thing, why the cruise? Josh and I discussed in length.
We wanted to drive our truck camper, but we just knew at the end of the day we won't.
If we were gone for 24 days and we were driving our truck camper, we figured out that we would have to drive 500 miles a day to really achieve everything we wanted to achieve to come to Alaska. Because we are still full-time employed and we have limited time for time off, we were able to save up enough time and have enough banked to go on the trip. And so we chose to do the flying into. We originally weren't going to fly into San Francisco, but we really wanted to include Michael and Natalie. And if Hannah would have been able to go, we would have included her too, of course. She had college and, you know, she's a senior. So we're going to catch her on the next trip. But
you needed Alaska. What was the other one you needed?
Yeah, I didn't see that one either. But, you know, we're glad we did the cruise. It was an experience. And would we do it again? We probably would, maybe to a few different places. But I think what we found is we're definitely land people. We like to get out and explore on our own and just go find the things that we want to find.
Yeah, we absolutely loved what we did.
Hole in the wall places. I mean, we were treated like kings and queens on the cruise. I mean, unlimited food, unlimited laundry. It was like crazy. I've never seen so much food in my lifetime. Josh even went to the spa, didn't you?
Yeah.
And he enjoyed it. So, but yeah, so I mean, we hit the ground running. I'll be back. We're going to be back on Wednesday. I go back to work on Thursday, Friday. Budget season comes and I'm crazy busy.
Hawaii and Alaska.
Okay. And then Josh goes back to work on Friday. And then what? And
then I've got a bike trip planned with our buddy Ram that we've had planned for a while, and we don't know where we're going.
And so
it's not a real long one.
And so it'll be a good time. But yeah. I'm just yeah. So
hey, we'll show you the view. We'll show you the view here. Right now we're in an Airbnb. We'll show you, see if I can give you a little bit of a view. If not, I'll bring it to another video and we'll wrap it up. I think Autumn should maybe sing a little something to wrap it up. I don't know what that would be.
I've been a little under, but I can try.
Maybe.
Okay, am I putting it on you now? You want me to push the button?
Yeah. Is that looking outside?
Not yet. Oh, it's looking at you right now.
Okay.
No, there you go.
All right, here is our B&B. So this is our rental car right here. And for Alaska, that was 13. The Homer Spit. That peninsula out there has a lot of fishing, a lot of marina. There's some campgrounds. What do you think? There's about 3 campgrounds out there. Mm-hmm. And there's a glacier. I'm going to see if I can scoot over here a little bit. I'll try not to shake. Okay,
you're still alive. Sorry, we had a connection issue for a second. We're running off of Wi-Fi here at the Airbnb, But as you can see, it's just beautiful. There's a glacier out there. There's a couple of glaciers out there. And yeah, so we're here.
You can share back in.
Yeah, we're here at our Airbnb. Sorry about that. We're in Alaska, and you never know when you're gonna have a connection.
I will say when we from Anchorage going north to Denali and as far as Fairbanks, I think that was Alaska 3 going up. Internet there services were pretty good for some of the internet and cell service was pretty strong that stretch.
Yep, and we've been on Alaska 1, 2, 3, and 4 on this trip.
Yep.
So
and a few back roads.
Yep. So we're gonna have some more videos coming out regarding different places we've been on the trip. Not necessarily in order, but as we can get them out. It's been, like I said, it's hard to put out videos when you're traveling and you do have limited service. Not last night, but the night before we had no service all night. And then there's been because we're sending messages to the kids, to one of my friends, and then all Josh's parents and my parents to just say, hey, we're going into a really remote area, and this is where we're planning to be. If you never hear from us after this was our last location. And FYI, this is where you should start searching for us. Obviously, we're not carrying anything with us. But we've been pretty safe. Tonight, I don't think we're having fish tonight, right?
I don't know what we're doing yet.
He doesn't
We
know.
might change our mind.
I thought we were having pizza. But, so we'll see. May not be pizza. It may be fish.
Rand, if you're in Ketchikan, that was actually a really cool spot to see those black bears. Now, granted, that was 2 days ago, so that was August 24th, and we saw the bears fishing in the river by the ocean.
Lori.
So that was really cool. We saw 4 of them there.
Lori, you need to come search for us for Lost. Yes. I mean, this is, like I said, it's been so long. We're starting to forget the days. We're starting to forget what day it is, what date it is. So yeah, it's going to be weird getting back into the routine, but we're grateful for all of your support and following us, and your friendship means a lot. So, all right, well, we're going to wrap it up.
Well, you guys have a great day. Check out the videos as they're coming. Usually, I think I've made a new system. We finally got internet out at the property. We got Starlink going. I don't know how far we can get away from the house with it running yet. We're working on that. But we actually have some decent internet in the house now. So the videos are a little easier, and it's a little easier for us to keep up with your videos. So how I've been trying to do it is I usually hit a like on your comment, and I usually try to reply to your comment. Usually I try not to heart your comment until I can try to get a chance to go to and watch a video of yours. So that's what I've been trying to do. It's not perfect, but
Starlink is awesome. So if you're in northern Michigan and you're in a rural area, get Starlink.
It does work fast. It's worked great.
We were paying $100 a month for internet that wasn't working, and we had no cell service, no way to call for help if we needed help. I used to tell Josh that, so do we try to run up the hill and think that maybe we can get service, or should I throw you in the car and we'll drive 5 miles if we need help, or what? But Starlink's like $120 a month. And once it's dialed in, it's amazing. So I can work from home now, which is very good. I just don't want to work all the time, but if I have to.
I should probably put a video on our little setup that we have. My buddy Ramiro Rodriguez helped us get that set up. So It's been great.
It's been awesome. So anyways, thanks for watching. This is Adventure Road signing off from Homer, Alaska.
Create your own story today. If you guys want any ideas on places to go, things like that, we're more than grateful to help out. Send us an email or a message on Facebook Messenger, or give us a call if you know our number. Some of you have it, and that's fine too.
Yeah, and if you need our number, send us an email. We're always glad to hear from you.
You guys have a great day. Thanks for checking in.
Thanks.
Good little turnout.